So a few days ago, Tate promoted a gambling website on his Twitter, and his followers did not like this at all. This tweet got only 2,000 likes on an account with almost 11 million followers, and if you look in the replies, you will see multiple accounts that are way smaller than his, ratioing him. And people are upset not just because this guy is supposedly the guy that is helping young men escape the Matrix, but also because this guy claimed to be a Muslim, and in Islam, gambling is haram. And I saw some people bring up a tweet that Tate posted earlier this year where he says, the easiest way to stop gambling is to yourself. So, to be clear, Tate wrote this as a reply to some guy on Twitter that was asking for advice on how to stop gambling. So basically, Tate told a gambling addict to commit suicide if he wants to stop gambling, and now he's promoting gambling to his own followers, and while all of this is happening, he is bragging about how rich he is. It's honestly crazy to me that people to this day have not realized that this guy has been a piece of shit and a scammer this entire time. And it's also really funny how people to this day have not realized that this guy has never been a Muslim. Like, Sneeko is a perfect example of that.
Tate promoting gambling. Yeah, let's have a real conversation about that. I tweeted at Tate yesterday because after years of saying he didn't want to stream on Kick because they promote gambling, after years of Tristan saying that gambling and degeneracy and is ruining the West, Tate promotes his gambling website. And this is a day after he said people with the name Muhammad are ruining the West. Coming from a Muslim guy who's saying there's too many Muhammads and then promoting a gambling link.
Sneeko is one of these guys that is never gonna realize that Tate was never a Muslim. I already talked about this topic earlier this year when Tate went with an Elk Boys to Las Vegas where he was recorded gambling during Ramadan. And the argument that I made in that video is that if you look at the things that Tate says about Muslims today, and when you look at the things that Tate said about Muslims and overall religious people in the past, like 6 years ago before he blew up, you will see that this guy never really changed his views on religion and on Islam.
You either have two choices. You're either an absolute hypocrite by either pretending you're a Christian and ignoring your own book, or you're a fanatic psychopath. There is no other way to be religious. It makes me laugh when ISIS is around. People say, oh, ISIS aren't real Muslims. No. ISIS are the real Muslims because ISIS do exactly what the book says, which is kill everyone who's not a Muslim and chop people's heads off and set them on fire and be raging lunatics.
Only people who can convince Islamic extremists to not blow themselves up are Muslims. And the thing that's most worrying is every time something like this happens, the first thing Muslims do is jump to defend their faith. Instead of standing up and saying, you know what, this is absolutely disgusting, we need to make sure this never happens again, we need to work closely with the police and anti-terror forces. No, the first thing they do is say, not all Muslims are don't insult Islam, poor Islam, oh, don't be mean to Islam. How about you don't be mean to the people who just had their families blown up? How about instead of defending your idea, which I obviously don't agree with, I think it's complete bullshit anyway, how about instead of trying to defend your idea, you defend the people who just lost family members at a concert when they were trying to chill out and relax on a Monday night? They just lost members of their family. How about you stick up for them instead of sticking up for your idea?
So then the question arises, why did Tate claim to become a Muslim? Well, the answer is also pretty simple. All you have to do is, again, look at what he said years and years ago.
So I'm on Twitter at the moment at ofwudan, OFWUDAN.
People are so stupid. If you say something, they will just believe it. You need to learn to lie. Lie and you'll get near instant, near undying loyalty, especially from women and religious people. Tate never cared about Islam. He never believed in Islam. He just wanted to use these Muslims for his own gain. And the Muslims still have not realized it.